Hello and welcome back to the world of viewneo, and at the same time, welcome back to a brand new video discussing viewneo on different operating systems. In this format, the whole point is to use viewneo on other operating systems, like for example Windows, macOS, Android, or Linux, without necessarily using a 4K signage box. Because there's player software from viewneo for that, which allows us to easily bring our content to various playback devices via the player app, such as for example, an iPad, a tablet, personal computer, or a streaming media player like the Amazon Fire TV stick. All we really need for that is basically just a Vimeo account with an active subscription and the player software itself. But beware, you can only get the full functionality of Vimeo when using the 4K signage box. Today we are going to take care of Windows. I will demonstrate how the entire setup functions and appears using a tablet PC. Firstly, we need to download the player software for Windows, which is free of course. We come across these somewhat hidden on the Vimeo homepage. We are currently on vimeo.com, and if we scroll all the way down, we will find help and support viewneo docs in this location. It can be a bit challenging to locate them, but they are there if you scroll to the bottom of the page. This is the viewneo manual, let's just click on it. And in the event that we click on this location on the left side under software player at this moment and subsequently click on this location on Windows, we will come across a download button right here to proceed with the installation of the software. That works really easily and also goes very quickly. We just have to fill out a little form beforehand, then we'll receive a one-time password via email with the link to download. Of course, I've already done all of that now. Here's the software for the player, and if I open it now, does the player start directly already? And at this point, we can see the welcome screen being displayed on the device right after the game is launched. And here we already get the activation key in the next step, which we have to enter later in the venue content management system in order to register the device, or in this case, the player software. However, prior to registering the device, it is evident that we require some content to be played on our player. So this time I've come up with something. You could use the tablet PC, for example, as an info terminal within a company for internal communication. These items could potentially serve as room signs, appointment planners, event notices, or perhaps even a live countdown that counts down to a special event occurring within the company. For example, the company anniversary or an employee's birthday. Of course, I've already prepared the live countdown in the Genio template designer. That's how he appears. We have obtained a timeless countdown right here, days, hours, minutes, and seconds. And directly above it is presently example countdown. Well, we could naturally at this point in time write down what event it actually is that the countdown is ticking down to. Just a quick note, in case you're interested in how I created this live countdown in the template designer, or if you're generally curious about how to create a live countdown in Vimeo itself, be sure to check out the accompanying video. I'll link it to you up there in the info card. In the next step, we gotta create a playlist first. We do that here on the left under the tab Playlists. Click on the plus sign up there on the right. And in this section, we have the option to give our playlist a name. For this particular playlist, I'm just going to call the whole thing Countdown. Preserve the entirety of the thing. At this moment, we have the capability to effortlessly drag and drop the template that we have created into this playlist. And naturally, it is imperative not to overlook the crucial step of saving our progress and ensuring that we save all the changes we have made so far. Alright, that's one thing taken care of. In the next step, we can now register our player software. So what we do is we go over here to the device tab and click on the plus sign up top. And now you have the ability to create a new group. Of course, we have the option to add more devices to this group at a later time. Groups are useful, for instance, when we have multiple tablet PCs in a workplace, but they are divided into separate rooms. For instance, we have a conference room and inside it there are 3 tablet PCs, we have a bigger meeting room where there are also a few tablet PCs available. We possess the capability to handle that task very effectively with this group, and can organize it in a much better and more efficient manner. I am simply going to designate the entire thing as conference room for the time being, and I am already able to select which playlist should be played in this group without any issues or complications. If we naturally have 3 devices within this group, of course the same playlist will be played on all 3 devices. Considering the fact that it is evidently not the case at this particular moment, and we are solely in the process of registering one device, it is presently of no significance, and I will opt for my countdown playlist from this location, which I had previously generated. What if we had actually registered more devices within this group now? No problem. At a later stage, we have the ability to customize each individual device and assign a different playlist to each individual device separately. Let's get back to the configuration. I still have the option here to make a few more settings, such as the time zone, rotation, and update interval. I will put this on real time so we can see something immediately. I can make adjustments to the volume here, in case we have any content or template that includes sound effects or audio elements. The remainder is acceptable to me, so I'll just click Save here. Thus, we have created our group here, specifically the conference room, and now we can add a device within this group. And now we're doing that up here too, also with the plus, and we'll call the whole thing Tablet PC 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, whatever. At this juncture, we have the chance to input the activation key that we previously obtained in the player software. This step is of utmost importance for the activation process to proceed smoothly. We have the ability to merely replicate it at this particular spot at the present moment in time, and paste. Then we can also set the playlist that should be played here again, as we only have one device within this group and need to specify it. Is it possible for us to simply take the setting from the device group? That is also true for me personally. Here are some additional settings that we recently made in the device group. He takes over everything we have just set up automatically. That arrangement is working for me up to this point. And so we proceed by clicking on the Save button. And here we can already observe directly within the app, the playlist is being downloaded, and now we are able to see our live countdown, which we had assigned to the device earlier. What other features are there in the player software? So if we tap somewhere on the screen here, we'll see a little lock icon up in the top right corner. And if we click on the lock icon, the player software menu will open up. Here we can obtain system information, update all components, retrieve details about our Wi-Fi network. Naturally, we can also terminate the player application at this location. And at player, we have the convenience of easily returning to our live counter. If you're interested in Vieneo's template designer and want to know other design possibilities, make sure to check out the video for the template designer's features and capabilities. I will also provide the link to you up here in the information card, and in case Windows is not your operating system and you are working with macOS or Android, there is no problem at all. Viewneo is also available on these operating systems without any issues, and there are also videos, so you guys better make sure you definitely watch them. I'll also link them up here in the info card and the playlist to all the other videos in the video description. In that sense, that's it for the 5th edition of Viewneo on other operating systems. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.